Welcome back. In the last episode, we built a lead intake system so inquiries don't get lost and your businesses don't run on chaos. Today, we are building the next layer, a sales system, not a sales personality, not a motivational mindset, a system. Because if your sales depend on how confident you feel that day, your revenue becomes unpredictable. And unpredictable revenue creates stress, which makes confidence even worse. So, today we are going to build a sales system that works even if you are tired, even when you don't feel ready, even when your energy is low. Let's talk about why sales feel random for most people. Most founders sell like this. They explain everything, they talk too much, they adjust the offer constantly, they change the price emotionally, they chase people who aren't serious, and then sales starts feeling heavy. It feels like pressure, like you are constantly convincing, constantly hoping. And here's the real issue, it's usually not lack of talent, it's lack of structure. Structure reduces anxiety, and structure tells you what to do next. A script, whether it's in your head or written down, protects you from improvising under pressure. When you don't have to improvise, you feel calmer, you sound clearer, and people trust you more. So, what's the purpose of a sales system? A sales system exists to do three things. First, qualify. You identify who's serious and who's not. Second, clarify. You help the buyer understand value and process. Third, close. You create a clean decision point. If your sales conversations don't do those three things, they turn into endless talking. And endless talking is exhausting. It drains your energy, it kills focus, and it usually leads to nothing. So, a sales system helps you keep it simple, clean, and repeatable. Now, I'm going to give you a simple 6 step sales system you can use for almost any business. This can work for services, coaching, agency, freelancers, and even product businesses that involve conversation. Here are the 6 steps. Step 1, confirm the situation. You are basically saying, okay, tell me what's going on. You can ask, tell me a bit about what you are trying to achieve. And then you listen. Step 2, identify the real pain, not the surface problem, the real problem. Questions like, what's not working right now? What happens if this stays unsolved? These steps matter because people don't buy because something is nice. They buy because something is painful, urgent, or costly. Step 3, confirm urgency. This is the why step. Ask, why are you looking at this now? What timeline are you working with? Urgency changes everything. It predicts whether someone will actually move or just browse. Step 4, explain your approach. This is where you show them you have a method. Keep it simple. Outcome, then steps, then timeline. For example, here's the outcome we are going for. Here is how we'll get there, step by step. And here's what the timeline looks like. Step 5, share price and terms. Clear, calm, direct. This is the price, this is what it includes, this is how payment works. No apology, no over explaining. Step 6, next step. Make it specific. If you want to proceed, the next step is, or I'll send the invoice, and once your payment is confirmed, you will receive onboarding instructions. That 6 step structure prevents chaos because it keeps the conversation moving forward instead of drifting. Now, let's talk about something many founders avoid, qualification. A lot of people avoid qualifying because they're scared of losing a customer. They think if I ask questions, they'll disappear. But here's the truth, qualification protects you. It prevents you from building your business around low urgency, low budget, high drama, unclear expectations. And those situations are the one that create burnout, not the work itself. The customers who are unclear, uncommitted, or unrealistic. Qualifying questions are not rude, they are professional. Here is a few examples you can use. What outcome would make this successful for you? What's your budget range for this? Who makes the final decision? What do you want to start with? Serious customers appreciate clarity. They actually feel safer when you ask these things. and an unserious customer, they usually disappear. That's a win because it saves your time. Now, the most important part of any sales system is the decision point. Many sales conversations fail because they never reach a decision point. They end with, I'll think about it. And listen, sometimes people do need to think, but that's normal. But I'll think about it is not a decision, it's a delay. So, your job is to create a clean close, a respectful decision moment. You can say something like, would you like to move forward? If yes, I'll send the invoice an onboarding step. That's it. A decision point is not pushy, it's clarifying. It helps buyers stop drifting. Now, objection handling. Objections are not enemies, they are questions. Common objections are usually about price, time, trust, or uncertainty. So, the system response is simple: clarify value, reduce risk, offer next step. For example, if someone says yes, but then says it's expensive, you can say, I understand the price concern. The reason it's priced this way, it is because it includes a scope and it delivers an outcome. If you want, we can start with a smaller version first and expand later. Notice what that does. No pressure, just clarity. And if the objection is trust, you can say, totally fair. If it helps, I can share examples of past results, testimonials, or how the process works step by step. Again, no push, just reducing uncertainty. Now, here's the final step that makes this powerful. Turn sales into documents. Once your sales system works, convert it into a written script, a template for common answer, pricing sheets, a one page offer document, because every sales conversation you repeat becomes easier. You stop reinventing your words, you stop improvising, you stop selling based on mood, you start selling based on structure. And that's where your revenue becomes more stable. All right, let's work this up. A sales system isn't about being confident all the time, it's about having a structure that you can follow even when your confidence is low. Qualify, clarify, close, 6 steps. A clean decision point, calm objection handling, and then document what works. In the next episode, we are going to explain what to do on onboarding, how to onboard customers so delivery becomes smoother and retention improves. Because onboarding is where most businesses lose trust early. Season 4 is about removing friction. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one.